so much. You know, and I am a big believer in this. I'm very spiritual. When you said that, I was like, my alarm bells went off. But Michael Phelps says it really well. And he says, we're born with the ability to get through stuff. And we have to trust in that. And we got to tap it. And we need to, when we talk, when you actually have to speak, it uses 3 executive functions of the brain. You have to move your lips, you have to make a sound, and you have to form a sentence. And when you move the energy to the prefrontal cortex, the CEO of the brain, anxiety can't exist. And it's really powerful. And so by just reaching out and saying, I might need some help. I know you're not saying I have an issue because I want to get out of something. You're saying, I think I've got something going on and I need help getting through it. We're all here to be here for each other. We all matter. And so just remember that you're born with the ability to get through it. You just got to tap it and then keep working it just like you would a muscle.
That was really well put. Really what I would tell teenagers and kids is just tell someone. Tell your parents. And if you really feel like your parents are what are causing your stress, tell someone else. But tell someone. And once you reach out, once you put a name to it, then it can start getting better. And if you're asking yourself the question, well, is it really worth doing that or not? Ask yourself how you feel. Ask yourself if you feel like you want to feel like that tomorrow, the next day, or the next day, or if you want to do something to change it. And if you want to do something to change it, which I think anyone who's feeling that way does, start the process, tell someone.
Thank you. It's hard for me I should never set myself last to say something because I have nothing left to say. But I'll say something anyway. For me, the one word I want to leave with the teens in the audience, it's a simple word. It goes back to my introduction when I talked about Zachary and wanting to go out and run his 5K and saying he wasn't good enough to be up with the good runners, even though he was your anxiety is lying to you. And if we can just get through that, we can begin to heal and work together. I think the examples, particularly that our team shared up here, is that if we're open about it and willing to talk about it, we can move through and heal. And sort of my last thought, and I'm going to read this question word for word. It came from someone here tonight. Hopefully they made it tonight. And the question is, it's true that anxiety is treatable, but there's a lot of society elements that contribute. If society doesn't change, the anxiety just comes back. How do we create change in school and community and encourage others to change? And I'm hoping by coming here tonight, we're all embracing the thought that yes, we can change that, and we can open this conversation up, make it real, make it, that we feel good, just like we go to an orthopedic, we'll go and talk to each other and go get help, as needed. I see a therapist, my daughter sees a therapist, my wife sees a therapist, as we deal with what we're dealing with, and we're, no shame in admitting those things. And that's a little bit of what our foundation is trying to accomplish, to try to continue that conversation. The movie's great, and you'll hear me say that over and over again, but what we don't want is for you to go home, maybe have a conversation tonight, then tomorrow I'll go back to, sort of the way things were. We want to keep that conversation going, and we want to do that through, through creating change. We'd love everyone to participate in that journey with us. And it's what we're trying to do through our foundation, is to keep that conversation going and to create change that's going to be beneficial to all of us and will help. As this question says, that it may just come back, but if we change altogether, it won't necessarily come back, and we can move together in a more healthy environment.